Morning, Rick. How you doing?
Oh, good morning, Keith. I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You ready to jump on it?
Yeah, but first, I wanted to let all the audience know that you are suffering through a back injury. And even though no one knew about it, here you are, almost fully recovered. But I just love the stoic angle in your life.
Oh, thank you, Rick. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. A lot. Yeah, just working through it. I've seen you work through injuries and everything else, and you barely say anything about it. So, hey, it's part of the human condition, right?
Yeah, it's either, you show up, it's either dark or white. They both show up. You might as well enjoy them. It's part of life.
Exactly. Exactly. The title of this podcast is Are You Building Bridges or Walls? That applies in your life, which family, relationships across communities, in your work. Are you building bridges or walls? This is inspired by an African proverb referred to by Reverend Naomi Tutu. And
Hmm.
the quote is, in a time of floods, the wise build bridges, the foolish build walls. That in a time of difficulty, those who know their humanity reach out and build humanity.
Hmm.
So, Rick, you want to riff on that for a second?
Wow, that's a powerful idea. The idea is that when there's strife, not when everything is going well, but especially when there's strife, and you have every reason to shut down, every reason not to want to cooperate, every reason to turn inside instead of looking outward, that when those times occur, that's when you really need your humanity the most. And humanity involves sharing, social commitment, trying to help the other person, and a mission to make sure that the whole, the greater good, is served and that you're just part of it. I think that's just a wonderful thing in good times and bad. It's just very tough for us to do that. I think that there's this focus on scarcity in our culture that's reinforced. We're
Yes.
always thinking like if I'm generous, then I'm not going to have enough for myself, or I don't want to give too much love because if I give too much love, then there won't be enough for me or for other people or something. And that scarcity notion gets us in trouble and prevents us from having a fulfilling and meaningful life, I think. So the idea of building bridges to me in times of strife means that you have to have some degree of cooperation and open heartedness in order to successfully live your life and in order to survive, not
Yeah.
just successfully live, but to survive. The building of the bridges is required. And if you can get past yourself, and get past the idea that what you need won't be fulfilled if you help others, if you get past that and thrive in the idea of helping others and working toward a common goal and trying to understand and lend compassion to whatever comes your way, I think you have a richer and more satisfying life. And I love that proverb. I really do. I've never heard of the author, but I truly think that she's onto something.
Yeah, yeah. And Rick, you really said it, man. That it's not only for you to live, your best life and contribute to others' lives, but it's for your survival. The very thing that you say
Yeah.
you want, the way that you actually produce it is by building bridges. So if you're in a situation where you're counting on other people, or you need them to be an efficient team at work, or you need a family that nurtures and strengthens and uplifts the other, you don't create that by by building walls, by shutting them out, by judging them. You don't do that. You do that by being kind. And if they're not being kind back, that's their path. Your path is to always build bridges. And one, if it's in a work situation, it's going to help you fulfill on the mission, more effectively. If it's a family situation, it's going to help you, again, cultivate more love and more amazing experiences. Is going to help you develop the resiliency and the tenacity to get through difficult situations and challenges as a family. You don't do that by building walls. Now, that's not to say that in some situations that healthy boundaries aren't important. But even with the healthy boundaries, you do those coming from a place that's rooted in peacefulness.
Mhm.
If the other person doesn't want to come on board, your heart is still open to them, which is that bridge, the open heart. And so you're not shutting that down while you also maintaining those healthy boundaries. So I want to make sure that that's clear. And to your point, man, the rewards are phenomenal. the moment that I stopped building walls, and it was really through the practice, that people don't do it the way I think they should be doing it, or how many times I got to repeat myself, or like they're not showing up, how they should be, and they got this differing view, and their view is wrong. All those are walls. They're
Yeah.
walls. And again, if the other people want to do that, fine, fine. Your path includes bridges. It includes bridges along the way. So
I
that,
totally agree with that, Keith. That's so wise. And I like the idea of your examples of family and work, which is probably 2/3 of where we live. You and I are both big fans of Wayne Dyer. I
oh,
can't
yeah.
believe he's been gone a few years now, but Wayne Dyer, I think, used to say, I'm not going to get this word for word right, but he'd say something along the lines of uh, how people show up for you is their karma. What
Right.
they do to you is their karma. How you react, how you respond is yours.